This is 95.3 Business Now.
Welcome back to Business Now. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu last week signed an executive order to introduce zero tariffs, excise duties and value-added tax on imported pharmaceutical inputs. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Ali Pate, revealed in a statement that the order aims to revitalize the Nigerian health sector and increase production of healthcare products. All chatting to me on this big news in the pharmaceutical sector is Dr. Chinyere Almona, Director General of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Great to have you on Business Now this Tuesday morning, Madam Director General.
Good morning, Aramide, and thanks for having me.
Yes, give me your thoughts on this executive order to introduce a zero tax on imported pharmaceutical inputs in Nigeria. How significant is this?
Well, first of all, thank you for picking this up, because I believe that as we go along in our transformation journey, every positive move should be highlighted. The executive order is a follow-up action towards unlocking the value chain in the healthcare sector with an emphasis on local drug manufacturing, and the members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, especially those within this sector, the pharmaceutical sector, are excited about this. And everybody actually, this, like you rightly said, introduces zero tariff, excise duties and VAT on key machinery, equipment and raw materials, all these inputs into the production of pharmaceutical products. So this actually will reduce the production cost, and of course it will enhance the competitiveness of local manufacturers. If you recall, in October 2023, there was the initiative for unlocking the healthcare value chain, and so this order actually aligns with that initiative, which was aimed to revitalize the healthcare sector. So if you look at the overall position, the directive covers active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs, and other crucial materials for producing drugs, syringes, long-lasting insecticidal nets, and rapid diagnostic kits. So this contains the establishment of market shaping and frameworks in terms of contract and value guarantees. So it's a win-win for us as local manufacturers and those who are members of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
So I get your point on reduction in production costs and others. Let's also look at how this will help in curbing fake drugs in Nigeria, or the amounts that we spend in importing drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course you're right. When you think about fake drugs, sometimes why fake drugs sell is because they're cheaper, right? The original drugs are so expensive. People then fall victim of patronizing these fake drug peddlers. So if we are able to reduce the overall production cost of manufacturing, then the cost will be affordable to the common man. And if you remember, since like the beginning of the year, there have been a lot of complaints from the Nigerian populace about how drugs have become beyond the reach of the common man. So this particular executive order, if well implemented, shows reduce the cost of production. But also think about it, it will create jobs, right? It will create jobs in the healthcare sector and boost Nigerians' human development indicators. That means that overall, you will be able to increase the purchasing power of Nigerians if we're able to create more jobs. So its benefit cascades around various things, as within the national ecosystem.
I'm also interested in, the impact that this will have. How will it help local manufacturers replace multinational pharmaceuticals companies like GlaxoSmithKline?
So what you want to do as much as possible is to create a level playing field and enhance competitiveness, so that the local manufacturers are able to compete favorably. They're able to bring in the right quality of inputs for their manufacturing, so they're not disadvantaged. And if they're able to play competitively, I believe that then, apart from even servicing the 200 plus million Nigerians, we can create a marketplace for Africa. So we can actually be able to provide support for all other African countries, therefore increasing our productive capacity in the place. So I don't know about replacement. There are so many other factors, but I believe that if we can position Nigerian companies to be at par and be able to compete effectively, that's important.
Let's talk quickly also about how this would impact government revenue.
So, as a member of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, one thing we kept reminding ourselves throughout the process was that the president's intention is to tax the fruit, not the seed, if you understand what that means. So if you tax the seed, which is the input for manufacturing and all of these things, you reduce production capacity and your tax revenue is smaller. But if you do not tax it and you tax the fruit, your tax revenue is more. So it's important for us to look at it from that, because now if we remove all these impediments for manufacturers, they are manufacturing more, right? They're able to sell more, and the tax, of course, at the end of the day will be more for government. Also, if you're able to create the right employment, people are more prosperous. They're also able to pay taxes on their own. So overall, you have government revenue being positively impacted by this particular action.
All right. Thank you so much for your insights, Dr. Chinyere Almona, the Director General at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It's always a pleasure speaking to you, madam.
Thanks, Aramide.
Well, that's your business now this Tuesday, the 2nd of July. I am Aramide Folarshaw. To have a profitable day ahead, everyone. It's bye for now.
This is 95.3 Business Now.